a look and see how we can use the Python data analysis package to figure out what's going on. This is just a little something that we put together for you to be able to go through a file and try and figure out what's going on in that file. So I'm going to download that file there. That just went into my downloads. And let me also go to the problems here, and I'm going to try and solve this problem here. There's a Python problem there, but what I really want to do is this Java data dive. We're supposed to download this data and find the average of all the numbers in there. And so if I take a look at that file, you can see there's a bunch of values there, and they're all separated by commas. And so you can either save this as, do Control S or Command S, or I'll just do a save as and data2.txt. I'll put that on my desktop. You can also, if you right click on this file or control click on this file, you can choose to download it that way. But either way, what we want to do is we want to get that data file onto your desktop where we can look at it. Again, if I open that up, yep, there's all the numbers. Those are the numbers I'm going to be working with. And let me get then that download, that Python data analysis download. I'll drag that onto the desktop and double click that and open that up and see what's in there. And what are we going to do? Let's take a look and see what's happening in here. So first of all, there's a data.txt file in there, which was used for the example, but that's not what I want to use. I want to use data2.txt. So let me drag that in there. And then let me open up this file reader demo in VS Code, and we'll see what's going on here. So there's a bunch of stuff, and you probably don't want to mess around with most of this stuff in here because, you know, there's going to be things that we're working on. But I'm just moving this over so that I'll be able to run our file once we get it going. I'll cd into that Python data analysis directory and we'll see what's happening here. So we're going to read from the file. Yeah, okay. I'm not going to mess the file reader around or the line to tokens. Takes a single line and splits it up into tokens. Okay, and then here's the main program where we can really see what's going on. And I'm going to demonstrate reading a text file. Gets the file as a series of lines. I don't want to read data.txt. I want to read data2.txt. So let me, first of all, make sure I get that in there, data2.txt. And maybe I'll print that data. Let me just run this program and see what happens when I get that in there now. Python, and what is this? What am I trying to do? What's the name of this program? File reader demo. Got you. Python file reader demo. And oh, it looks like it's printing out a bunch of numbers there. It looks like what it's done is it's put all those numbers, well, it's read them in as strings because it's a text file, but it's put each one of those numbers into a separate list, which is kind of cool. I really want them all in one list, and I want them to all be numbers. So this part of for line in data, print the line to tokens, print that out. I guess that's working. I guess it's doing that. It's printing out these lines as tokens. If I take a look at that line to tokens, what it's going through is it's breaking things apart by the non-tokens, by the comma or the space, and I've got lots of commas in there. So I think that's working the way it should. Maybe one of the modifications I want to make here, though, well, a couple things. I need to do something with all the tokens. I need to add all these numbers together. So I'm going to modify this a little bit. So I think here's what I'm going to do. Let me try this. I'm going to go down in here, and based on what I've seen so far, this is, I don't know what this was doing. This was counting up vowel words or something. So I'm going to get rid of all these things. But let's do this. If we break the line up into useful tokens, I think I need to do that. I need to go through every line in the program, but instead of just printing it out, I think I want to save that line to tokens and put it in maybe a variable called tokens. And that's going to keep track of all my tokens. One of the problems, though, I know is that I don't just want to get tokens, and maybe I have to, that's going to return a line there, right? I don't just want to save the most recent line. I want to save all of the lines, all of the tokens. So I think what I'll do is I'll say I'm going to create an empty list, for line in data, tokens is going to be equal to, that list is going to equal whatever it was before, plus all the tokens that we got from the next line. And what happens if I print those tokens out now? What happens if I just print tokens? And I'll come down to this in a moment. I think I'm going to get rid of all these for right now too. I'm not going to do anything there. What happens if I test this program out and see how this works? Let's see what we can do here. Now this is cool. I got a little error there at the end. Break each line into useful tokens. Tokens equals, oh, I misspelled tokens. Got to put a tokens in there. There we go. Now let's try it and see what happens. Cool, and here is a list of all those tokens. Notice that they're still strings. I need to convert those to numbers. How can I do that? There's a few different ways I can take care of that. I think I'll probably just leave them as strings right now, but I know that this print tokens is working. So now I just need to, what am I supposed to do? Add up all the numbers? I think I'm supposed to add up all the numbers and then get their average. So I know how to add numbers. You have a sum variable, and I'm going to say for token in tokens, go through all the tokens, and with every one of those tokens, add it into the sum variable. But remember, it's a string, so I can't just put the string in there. I have to put the eval of the token. And let me print out what that sum looks like, and then we'll see if we're getting any closer to what we need to do here. There's all the things printed out, broke them up into tokens, and I got this giant number here. That's kind of cool. Now I just need to divide it by the number of numbers that I have so that I can get that value. And how do I do that? I guess I don't just want the sum. I want to get the sum divided by the number of numbers in that list, the number of tokens in that list. And you probably remember how to do that. We can get the length of that token list, and if we print out that result, I think we'll probably get exactly what we're looking for. Hopefully that's helpful.